So the same way that Hostel made you afraid to go backpacking in Europe is how Barbarian is going to make you guys feel about booking your next Airbnb. My goodness, this was a crazy movie.
Well said. Well said.
It was a masterpiece. I mean, I'm gonna give it 5 reels for sure. What?
Before we get into our review of Barbarian, directed by Zach Kreger, we want to remind you guys to please subscribe to our channel, support us, let us know what you think of our content, and hit that bell and notification button so that you can be aware of all of our reviews, right?
Absolutely, yes. You'll know every time we upload something, guys.
Everything. And so Barbarian, here we go.
All right, let's dive into this movie without diving into it because it is non-spoiler. But then how do you talk about this movie?
I'm sure.
Because it is supposed to be subversive.
Yeah. I'm sure that a lot of people have heard by now that this is a movie that you want to keep hush-hush about. And so I'm going to try my very best. But definitely this is a movie that you really don't want to ask people about. And that right there is what really distinguishes it as a horror film in my eyes, is that this is a movie that really keeps kind of like in a serpentine way. It just kind of keeps changing and shifting directions in a way that you don't really see coming or foresee. You know, Lenny is usually really good about guessing what's coming next, but
oh yeah, you know, I was bouncing off the wall. My decisions and my guesses were going boom, boom, boom. Not where they were supposed to go.
Yeah, so we have a really good cast in my opinion, starting with Georgina Campbell and Bill Skarsgård. And by the way, I think key to the success of this movie is that we are almost immediately pulled in by both of their charisma. You know, I felt like they had really good chemistry, and you know, without giving too much away, because I don't even want to talk about like what their relationship entails. Or
it's like a minefield. We can't talk about anything.
No, we can't talk about anything. But suffice it to say that these two, actors play Tess and Keith. That's right. And they have an interaction, and immediately you're like, wow, these guys are like organically good, natural.
That's interesting that you thought that, because I thought something totally different.
Really?
I kept thinking about how stupid she was.
Well, I mean, that the character is written in a dumb way is different than their acting.
No, obviously, I'm just saying, like, you were probably watching it like, wow, such good acting. Where I was like, yo, this is a stupid woman.
And even the way that they had the conversation, like the things that they were talking about, it seemed really genuine. Like, really. Like,
it was good.
Some of the decisions that she makes later is a different story.
Some of them, most of them.
Is a different story, you know? But, you know, a lot of horror films kind of, you know, we have people making dumb decisions, and that's part of
absolutely right.
Yeah. But, you know, I remember you saying at the beginning that, oh man, something like cheesy jump scare.
Yeah.
But those jump scares really don't come that often,
right
anymore. You know,
because it's
I appreciated that.
Yeah, because it's like you said, right? They make you think one thing. Oh, look, it's going to be a jump scare movie, or oh, the movie's going to go in this direction. Oh, so and so is supposed to be this, you know, archetypal character. Not archetypal. What's the better word for tropey character?
Yeah, tropey.
You know, and then they kind of subvert your expectations. You know, that is this. I would say the strength of this movie. It's not going to be what you remember the most, because what you remember most is the horror aspects. My goodness. But no, very well written.
I'm a big horror fan, and this movie tickled my horror senses. Man, there are some genuinely creepy, unsettling, grotesque, even
funny.
and this is definitely a movie that doesn't take itself seriously at all.
Absolutely.
But man, like, whew, I felt the scare factor for sure. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Justin Long appears.
Oh yeah, Justin Long. You guys remember him, right? He's the guy from Galaxy Quest, I think, from late 1990s or something.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, no, I mean, overall, you know, I had a fun time watching this movie. That's what I'm gonna say. It's nothing extraordinary for sure, but I appreciate a movie that really takes me on a journey that is unexpected, while at the same time giving me the creeps. you know, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it kind of has. So this is definitely a different movie, right? We talked about how subversive it is. It also takes its time. It kind of has a slight indie feel to it, but it doesn't drag too long. So it does kind of build up that suspense. You know, I would say that this is a movie that you guys. You may not need to go to the theater to watch, but it's definitely entertaining. It's not something you would expect.
It's worth a watch definitely during the Halloween season. If you're a horror fan, I would highly suggest you go watch it. But yeah, I mean, I think that even it's a nice watch on a if you want a spooky evening.
All right, well, let's go into our real ratings.
Let's do it.
I'll go ahead and start off, guys. Some people come out of this movie, we've heard, right, and they've talked about, well, it feels like 2 or even 3 movies in one. Some people like that, some people don't. Maybe there's a clash in tones initially, but it all comes together, guys. It does all come together. It's entertaining enough. Like I said, nothing great. I'm gonna go ahead and give this probably about 3.5 reels out of 5.
Okay.
I kind of feel like if you were on a 10-point scale, you might say 7 out of 10. So that's where I stand. Yeah.
Okay. You know, before I give my real rating, I just want to mention that there were a couple of people in the theater that were actually gasping and making comments out loud.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically towards like the end, you know, the latter half or the end part of the movie.
That one guy was saying, bruh.
Yeah, and you know that says something, you know, and I feel like the movie really makes you feel strong emotions, and I'm not gonna say more about that, but you really do have this is like like you really want to say something out loud.
Yeah,
I felt that way.
Okay,
towards the end of the movie.
I kept wanting to tell that you know, Tess, like, why? Really? You were like the poster child for the worst decision maker in the world.
She just had a heart of gold. Anyway, I'm gonna give this movie a solid 4 out of 5 reels.
Okay.
But as a scary movie, I would bump it up to 4.5. But as a general movie, 4 out of 5.
Right, non-traditional, guys. Definitely worth a watch. Okay.
Yes.
All right, and
okay.
You know what else is worth a watch, guys? Our website at realscreeners.com, where you can check out his shirt. We've got this new design, the Mandalorian Terminator, right? Along with so many other designs, guys. Check it out. You'll definitely love all our original designs.
Yeah, and we'd love to hear your comments down below. Let us know what you think about Barbarian. And also, don't forget to look us up on social media. We're on TikTok and Facebook, Real Screeners, and Instagram, Real.Screeners.
That's right. And if you guys like our content, as always, we do ask you guys, please consider subscribing. We put a lot of work into this. Definitely hit that like button, and of course, smash that bell button so you get those notifications.
Yes, and join us next time for our next real take on movies and the occasional TV show.